Good morning, team. Happy Saturday. This is the weekend's members video for March 4th. I'm going to be as concise and as quick as possible here. Nothing really much to talk about. It's ongoing from last week. What I mentioned that we were kind of like on one of the best months of the year, March, top five. At the beginning of the first day or two was going to be down there, then we're going to have a little rally, and then all the way through mid, and then fall down a little bit towards the end. So that's kind of playing out. Here's what I see here, real quick. I'm looking at these two bars here, kind of like these two bars here. Okay, and the reason why is because they have kind of the same scenario where you have a little bit of a gap here, and you have a little bit of a gap here, coming up to a resistance level, which in this particular case back here was the 4,000 level. Now this case back here is going to be the 4050 level, and look where we ended up, right at 4045. So we can kind of maybe have a scenario like this on Monday, where we go up a little bit right into that area, hang out for a little bit, maybe even the next day, and then have a little flush down like over here, come back down to that, the 39, even the 4,000 level could be back the area of support, back here. So that wouldn't be a bad thing. Maybe even we come back down a little bit in the 397 area, 39.70, 39.75, fill this gap, bounce off, and then take off. We are a little bit extended on the short term. If you look at the shorter time frames, let's go to the 15 minute. Let me go to the hour. On the hourly, if you notice, this is like parabolic, and as you know, parabolic moves don't sustain. So we're in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe a couple of, maybe it's probably gonna work out the way it's supposed to work out, guys. Maybe the first couple of hours of Monday through midday, which will give us 8 or 9 bars of this momentum increase, which will be the hourly bars. We get those up a little bit more up into like the 450 plus range, and then subside, get the dark blue bars, these guys here. We kind of go sideways down a little bit, before we resume the uptrend, and then this little down thing might take us back to 4,000. Like I said, this gap needs to get filled somewhere in the 39.90 range, around there, all the way down. Yeah, just about the 39.90, which kind of makes sense. These are round numbers, so we might have a little gap fill next week, before we continue higher. Let me look at even a little bit lower time frame. It's just as low as I like to go. See, you see the half an hour, it's already slowing down. We had this parabolic move. We had the parabolic move. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 13 momentum bars. Okay. Normally, we average about 5, 6 on a squeeze, firing, which we had a squeeze firing right here. If you notice, this is day one of the squeeze right there. On the pro, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in the squeeze. This is the last day where we kind of started breaking out. We got the early release on the pro. I get the early release, that little blue green dot. That's the early warning that, hey, I'm about to fire. If you want to get in now. So, and then here's for day one. This is bar one of firing right here. Boom, we took off, and now we're still going higher, but momentum is subsiding. So again, we might go a little bit, and then, like I said, come back down, and then here's just a small little gap, that 39.91 area. We might come down to it, which kind of would coincide with maybe like the 50 period. This is, again, it's a little bit extended from the 21, if you notice. So, again, just probabilities wise. That's just kind of what I'm looking at here. Let me look at the one that I mainly look at for overbought, extreme levels. Where are we? Here we go. If you look at the data, if you notice, on the 30-minute, we went from 2 ATR all the way to the 3 ATR, and then momentum is subsiding. Once we get above it, we come back down a little bit. This is the XBI. I am looking at the wrong ticker. I apologize. SPX. But the same thing applies. It's the same mathematical computation. Here we go. We went down from when we touched the 3 ATR levels, kind of came up to the 1 ATR. We came back down. We touched the 3 ATR, and then that was a nice little hammer candle, giving us a direction that, hey, we break this candle, we're gonna go higher. We went sideways. It gave us a nice little consolidation, and then boom, we took off. This was 39.55. So this is a good 60 points we had up on the day, and I got the early alert signal here on my Squeeze Pro. So again, we had these momentum bars. Look, if you notice, we are way above the 3 ATR. Okay, and we get into this a key level of 40.42, and we kind of hung out there at that 40.45 level, and then that 40.50. That 40.50 is kind of hanging around. If you notice, right about there. That 40.50, that's kind of where we got to, and we hit our head there. So 40.50, that magical round numbers it's gonna take it's gonna take a little while to get beat. I wouldn't say like months, but maybe a day or two. I do. I mean, like I said, we might go a little bit higher, test it again, and then come back down. And then these things this is the dynamic. They're gonna continue to move. Okay, these are gonna continue to move. So when we come back down to, let's say, the median, I would say somewhere around here, that 40-20 range. That 40-20 range, which is basically just 25 points. I mean, 25 points on the Nasdaq is not a bad. I mean, on the S&P, it's not a huge bad down day. Just a sort of 20-point move. It gives us back, it consolidates us back into a median, which is this 21. It coincides with these trading stops on the ATRs. So I'm thinking somewhere in that 40-20 range. Again, these are ranges, guys. I mean, it doesn't have to be to the penny, but it's pretty damn close. These ranges are going to probably get tested somewhere at 40, 20, 21, 25, 18, 16, around there. It's going to get tested on probably, if not Monday, for sure on Tuesday. Well, not for sure, but you know what I mean. If we have a continuation on Monday and then we have turnaround Tuesday, this is what we're looking at. Because again, if we have a continuation on Monday, again, these things continue to go higher, right? These are dynamic. They're going to move dynamically. Again, I'm looking at the 30-minute, okay? I'm looking at the 30-minute because as the 30-minute goes, so does the hour. As the hour goes, so does the daily. So if this starts to turn over, these things are going to kind of go, start going flat a little bit, and then you're just back to the mean, but now this mean is here. Instead of back here, the mean was here. So this is good as far as, longs. I'm short up here somewhere in the 40-60, 40-70 range. I have one it's gonna get tested. I do have one contract, one set, like 10 contracts, at the 40-50. So I am leaning a little bit towards the short side. So if we continue much higher, I am going to take some heat. But I just have to keep on rolling it. Maybe sell some more put to get some premium to finance the moves up here. So just management. I just got to manage it a little bit more aggressively than I wanted to. Once we got above this and we started going sideways a little bit, I started aggressively selling up here. And then, the market didn't care. It continued higher. So I was like, okay, I'm taking a little heat. Let me go a little here. But the good thing is, all the puts that I had down here, they made me a ton of money. So that was a good offset. And obviously other longs that I had and the short puts that I had and all the, the Lowe's and the Pepsis and the Teslas and the, all the ones that I was posting, the VLOs, the Hess, all those were like, 75, 80%, 55, 65, 90% profitable. So I was able to take advantage of this move. I was a little bit early on my selling up here, but now I just gotta aggressively manage it. If we continue higher, I will take more heat. But again, I just roll a little bit longer. I am seeing a little bit overbought on the very short term scenario. Let me look at the hourly. See the hourly. This is again parabolic. This is not sustainable. This is not sustainable. If you notice, what is the high of this day? Let me see. This is the high of this bar. The high of that bar was 40.48.29. So we did not get to 40.50. That 40.50 was not even touched. 40.48 was the high of the day, and then that got rejected back down to 40.45. Again, not a big deal, but it's something to keep it back in your mind as a narrative. So again, we touched here the three level, the third level at 3 ATR. We came back a little bit to the one. We came to the median, and then we came back down again. We touched the one. So between the one and the one is kind of even the twos are kind of like not that big of a deal. But when you go to the three, it's kind of like extremes. So again, we came back down here, almost touched it. We went up. We came up here. We went sideways for a little bit. We came back down. If you notice, boom. I mean, just barely got down to that 3 ATR. That's why these things matter. Just got barely to it, and then we just took off. Now here, again, once we crossed it, then this bar right here, and I saw this resistance here of 40.30. I started getting aggressive up here, and the market said, I don't care. I'm blowing right past this resistance level, and I'm setting up a new one. That's what's gonna happen. So that's why I'm taking a little bit of heat. But again, it's fine. We are super extended from the 3 ATR. And again, these are dynamic. These are going to continue to go higher. This is a 1 hour bar. Every bar is 1 hour. So I would say that the momentum, if you notice also, the bars are getting a little bit smaller. Big bar, big bar, big bar, and then little smaller bar, little smaller bar. So I'm assuming, like on the 30-minute, we might have a little bit of a rally the first couple of hours, get some blue bars, maybe even go sideways a little bit down. Then these guys will kind of come in here a little bit into Tuesday, and then we have turnaround Tuesday, come back to this that 40.20 level. 40.30 on the hourly seems to be another level that we might find support at. So it's only really 15 points. So I don't see us going back down inside 4,000. We might, but I just don't see it based on this strength here. Again, we might consolidate a little bit, and then also the time of year that is. Consolidate a little bit, fill this gap. This gap is way down here, so we might touch it and then just kind of kiss it and keep on going. I don't know, but what I am seeing, I'm trading what I'm seeing, not what I'm hoping, not what I'm thinking, not what I'm wishing for. I'm seeing extreme overbought scenario here on the 1 hour. Okay. I'm seeing extreme overbought scenario with already the momentum slowing down on the 30-minute. So the 30-minute momentum is slowing down. That means the hourly is next. I don't look at the 15-minute. I don't really care for that short of a time frame. But if you notice, these little boxes here normally get hit. So if you notice here, we got to this box here. We went sideways for a little bit, and then we rode up a little bit. The lower time frames, these things tend to not be as material of importance. The 30 minutes kind of like the lowest I would look at, but I'm just going to look at it a bit. If you notice, we went up, and then kind of going down a little bit. So this box right here seems that it's wants to get hit. So that's the 40.20 4,000 level. So keep this in mind. See if this plays out. If you notice, every time these boxes get hit, again, these are not put here after the fact. If you notice, they're put here before the fact. Okay, so if you notice, every single time these boxes get hit, wherever, so even when we were going up here, this box was already here. Just kind of like when we were here, this box is already here. So again, this is the 15-minute, okay? So this is like a very short time frame. So eventually it gets hit. It got hit. We gapped up to it. So when this was happening, and this was going on here, this box was already put in here for the next day. So at this close here, this box was already put here. So it got hit. We had the gap. We had this gap, right? Back on Thursday last week, we had this gap here. Right? What happens the very next day, Thursday, the first couple of hours? Boom, we fill the gap. We go all the way down again. We come back up again, but we fill the gap. Okay, and where do we go to? The 3 ATR. And where do we go to? The 2 ATR. Okay, so continue the next day. We had a lot of gap ups. We had this gap here. We're at 40.10. I mentioned this gap. I mentioned this on the weekend video last week. I mentioned this gap. Okay, that we had this gap to fill at 40.10, and we did. Okay, so this box was already here. When this ended, this box was already here. 3 level, we went back down to 3 level. Boom, we just gapped down. We hit this box. We came up again. This box was already here for Monday. We went up on Monday. Way above 3 ATR. This box was already here for Tuesday. Boom, we hit the box. This box was already here for Wednesday at this close. We hit the box, way 3 ATR. This box was here on Thursday. And then at the end of the day on Thursday, for Friday, this box was already there. We hit it and we continue. Now here. So why would I not think that this 40.10 level, 40.15 level to 4,000 is going to get hit on Monday? Which is good for me personally because I am a little bit short the market right now. I do have some longs still that I'll cover right now real quick. I don't have any setups, any watch list stocks because the watches from last week worked tremendously. Those stocks are still working. AYI, R, CRUS. I mean, all the ones that I gave you, if you guys look at them, they all kind of did their thing. And the ones that I've been posting throughout the week, every single one of them, 100% out of like the 15 that I gave you between the watch list and then throughout the week, every single one was a profitable winner. Nice winner. Not like just like a scratch. Nice winner. So BDRI, MCO, MCHP, PD, AMX. I mean, just every single one I've given you guys are work. So I hope you guys are just being vigilant here and like being, just kind of like, taking action. So this person makes me feel a little bit better because like, again, I'm way short up. I'm short up here, so I can't have 470 be hit and stay. I need 410 to be hit so I can kind of like clean these guys up here. I'm not even gonna 5 minutes irrelevant. The same box here. So let me go back to the lowest really want to look at. So again, this 410 level, so it'll be somewhere around here. So I guess it kind of makes sense because this level right here we're setting up for support. These things are going to keep going higher. So this 415, 412 level is probably going to coincide with right at the median here when it goes up. I love how things just kind of work out the way it's supposed to work out mathematically. It's just incredible. This is going to go this way, right? This comes down to that box. It's going to be that 415, 410 area. We're going to be hitting the median. What is this? This is about probabilities. When we go to an extreme, we revert back to the mean. And when we're at the mean, we can go either way, and then we take off again. So this is going to work out mathematically, probabilities-wise, statistics-wise. It's going to work out where if we do come back down to that 415, 412, 410 area, it's going to be at the mean at the 30-minute. At the hourly, it's probably going to be that 410 level, somewhere around here, that 415, 410 level. If we come back down again, it'll probably hit us right about this little, oh, sorry. Sorry about that. It's gonna probably hit us back into this little level here, which is gonna be that 415 area. Which this will probably come up here. It's gonna probably take us to the 2 or maybe even the 1 ATR somewhere around here. Hang out. Eventually this is the hour now. Eventually the 21 will kind of coincide here somewhere on Monday and maybe even Tuesday. But again, this is calling for Monday for us to hit that 415, which is again, it's a 30-point drop on the S&P. So, I mean, are these alerts? Are these indicators telling me on the 15-minute that we're gonna drop? If we go back to even the top of this, let's say 415, that's 30-point moves. So are we gonna drop 30 points on Monday, and then maybe kiss it and then come back up again? I don't know. This is what it's telling me, and based on every single one. I mean, every single one was hit. Every single one was hit. Every single one was hit. I mean, this is like, can I go further back in time where, like, at the end of the day, this was at the end of the day, this was hit. Again, these are put in at the end of the day. So when the day ends at 4, we get the next one. That was hit. That was hit. That was hit. That was hit. I mean, look at this. This day right here, this Wednesday. This is what day was this? This is 11. This is November. This is November of last year. I went back a long time. So this day happened, right? We went down, went down, went down. Look where we ended, and look where we ended that day, that Wednesday. Look where we ended, and the box was put up here for the next day, and boom, we gapped up to it. Every single one, every single one, every single one. The box has been hit. Every single one, every single one. Every single one. Every single one. I'm going to take too much time on this, but I want to kind of like, every single one. Look at this. Every single one. And then again, these are put the next day at the end of the close. So let me look for a Friday. So this is a Friday. This is Friday. So this is Thursday. This is a Thursday, 119. So this we open on Thursday. Again, we had this gap to fill, and we filled it on the next day. Again, this is the 15-minute. So we hit this box. Thursday happens. Boom. Friday, the box just happens to be right there. Boom. It gets hit. Then we have then here's Friday. Friday ends here. Above the 3 ATR, and from Monday the box was still up. So it was expecting the continued uptrend. So, and it hit it. It called it 100%. See, it's a long triggered right here. 3 ATR, then Tuesday, what happens? Monday, we got turnaround Tuesday. Boom. I mean, guys, Friday happened, we continued higher on Monday, turnaround Tuesday. Wednesday, we continue lower. Then Thursday, we go higher. Let me look at another Friday. Thursday to Friday. Boom, boom, Friday. We have long triggered here. And then this is Friday. Then when Friday ends, this is Friday ending date. The box was calling for a little bit more of a downturn on Monday. So we went down. We had this gap to fill. Right there. And we filled it on Tuesday. Why? Boom, 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 boom. Turn around Tuesday. Boom. If you know these things count ahead, that your probabilities of being in the right side of the market are just very apparent. Long trigger, boom. We got a short trigger, boom. Long trigger, boom. Long trigger, boom. We're still on the long trigger. And then here we get hit, we got a short trigger here. Boom, we continue lower. Short trigger, short triggers, short trigger. This gap here, this is Friday. Look where we ended. Okay, look at this one. This is February 23rd. Okay, we went all the way to the 3 ATR. We ended up Friday on a high. So we ended up Friday high. And then this Monday, we did not have continuation. In particular, this Monday, we actually went down and the box was calling for it and we hit it. And we had this gap. And when did the gap get filled? The gap, sorry, this is Thursday. I'm apologizing. This is Thursday. We went down on Friday. This gap got filled on Friday. Friday ended up right here, and which is basically a flat day. And then we were calling from Monday, way up here above the 3 TR. Monday, boom, we hit it. And what happens here? We fill the gap. What happens when we fill the gap? We come back down again. We just go up, kiss it, fill this gap, and come back down again. We had a long trigger, and then we hit this gap. And now we have this little gap here. Boom, it got filled on Thursday from Wednesday. This is Friday. Friday right here. Thursday to Friday. From Thursday to Friday, we had this gap, right? This little gap right here. Monday is calling for the gap to get filled. So expect 410, 415 to 4,000 to be in play. And then when you see like 39.98, 4,000, guys, feel free to get aggressive long here. Because once this gets hit, it should. Again, we're in a long trigger scenario. We've been in a long trigger scenario, and this is March. We have a lot of probabilities on our side, and we're going to continue lower. In short term, again, very short term. I'm looking at the 15-minute here. Very short term, we might have a little fill, and then take a little, kiss it, and then boom, take off again, which will work out extremely well for me personally in my account. All right, let's get back to the daily. So, and then again, the 21 is coming back down. It's coming over here. We might have resistance at that 40, 50, 40, 60 level. This is going to keep them going lower. So again, that 40, 50 is going to be some headwind. It's going to coincide here in the daily. And that 40, 15, that 40, 20 level, it's kind of going to, guys, look, oh my God, look at this. Look at these levels here where we have resistance, right? Boom, 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 right? Right here, right there, right there, right there. Where is this level at? That 40, 20, 415 level, where the box was showing us that we might kind of come back down to it, hit it, hang around for a little bit, and then take off. This is kind of like what I'm seeing here. Again, just little insight of how I look at things. All right, just real quick. This is just some of the ones that I gave you guys. That, I mean, look at this move. I gave it to you guys here. Let me go back to the regular one so we can get the 21.8 stacked EMAs. Okay, let me go back over here and YI. So, I think we are still in a squeeze, but we're kind of firing already. If you notice, I gave it to you guys right here, somewhere in the 91, 92 range, to 197. I mean, this was a great trade. I took profits in the 195 range. I got out of it just because I needed cash back. So I was a little bit extended on my short puts, but that trade worked perfectly fine. The other one that worked really good. I gave it to you. Look at this. I gave it to you guys if we got above, I think it's like 80, 86 around there, somewhere around there to get in. Not 80, 86. Whatever it was, we made really good money on this. Look at this. We got up even further, 939. We got out at 907, 905, $9 around there. It still continued. We still made good money on this. Great trade. Great freaking trade if you guys took this. I think CME was another one that's kind of just not doing anything. I got out of it on this bar right here. Again, not just because it wasn't working, it's still working. Just I needed cash because I was a little bit too extended on my short puts. This is what I currently have right now. This TNG. These are all short puts. I have short puts here. I think I have the 54 something like that. Excuse me. So this is working. This is profitable. AMX. That was a swing trade. So this one I am in this trade as far as long. I think it was like the 20. 20, I want to say a 2086, a 2088 around there was the trigger. And I think it happened on this day right here. We got in. Now we're in this trade. We're profitable. I'm just letting it ride, a little bit longer up here. So when the 21, see, I have my stop right here, set up, and I have my stop right here. If you notice, I have 400 shares. So my stop is at 1988, right? I have a stop at 1988. These are all conditional orders. So I put the order in ahead of time so I don't have to worry about it. So if the stock goes back down, all 400 shares get stopped out. If the stock goes up and rallies to 2180, I'm gonna go ahead and take sell 200 shares, and the other 200 I'm giving it a little bit longer, and then I'll move my stop off to like 2137. So I'll redo these, but right now I have 400 shares. I'm 100% stopped out. If it goes to 1988, I'm taking profits on half at this level, and then I'm gonna redo my entries to like move my stop to here, and then my other 200 shares here. That's how I have my trade set up. Okay. KNT is another trade that I'm in right now. Same scenario. I have 300 shares. My stop is right here at 28.78 around there. I'm already profitable on this trade. I took it when it took this bar. See, when it kind of above this bar right here, that was my entry. So my stop is right there. So I am selling 100% of it at 30.55. So I'm not gonna stay too long in this trade. Again, just because it was like that's kind of what I saw. I don't see this coming up, and maybe it does. I don't care, but I'm stopping out on my 300 shares here, and I'm automatically getting sold at that 30.50. So taking a nice little profit there in that trade, if it works out. PD, I have the 25. I'm short the 25, which is like somewhere around here, right here. So I'm profitable in this trade. It was up nicely on Monday. So if the stock gets to like 31 around there, I am going to buy back my short puts and make about 85% profit on that. So I have like 9 of those at like 45 cents. I'm buying them back for 20 cents. So that's about, close to $500 on this trade if it works out. And if it doesn't, then if it comes back in here, either roll out or get stopped out or buy them back. But right now, this trade is profitable. Len, this is one that's just kind of been lingering on me. It has not worked out the way I wanted to work out, but I sold the 95 short put. So again, it's above 95, so I'm not in danger. And I sold up here the 105, 106 calls to generate more premium. So I'm selling premium on top while I'm letting this play out. So I'm making money while I'm sitting here waiting for this to do anything. So passive income, you gotta love it. MCHP is another one that I have, was up nicely. Again, I have short puts right at this level. I think like 78. I think I have a 78 short put on this expiring Friday. So this is moving up nicely, up a couple of points. And again, if it gets up here to like 84, 85, a couple more points, then I'm going to sell some more premium on this to kind of get me more money into my account based on what I have on my short put. So I'll buy these guys back and then collect a little bit more premium on top here. So this is working profitable. And all the other ones that I've sold out already. Oracle, RCL. This one was up nicely on Friday. It's getting to a little resistance level here. If you notice, I mean these things like this was up here for a while. Like boom, 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 boom. If you break out of here, I don't see us going much higher than like 90, 91, which is fine because again, I have a short put somewhere around here. Where's my short put on this? 84. I think it's 84. Yeah, right at 84. I usually use these levels kind of like as my trigger. 84. So this is showing that it has to go to 92 and a half for me to buy them back, but not really because that's just on price alone. But by Monday or Tuesday, time will pass. Theta decay will decay the premium even more. So I'll make money just because of time passing on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday I have a Friday expiration. So these are again These are profitable. And then the other one that I still have is Netflix and FLX. That one, I have the 300. Okay, so this is I have the 300 short puts. So I'm like 15 points. Okay, if this sucker goes to, I have 12. I have 12 contracts of this. So I'm buying back two. If it goes up to the 50 here, I'm gonna buy back two just to reduce risk. I'm gonna buy back two, make 90% on that. I'm gonna keep the other 10 because I want to squeeze a little bit more out of it. Because if we have a good month of March, this should kind of hang around in the 330 range maybe. So these will kind of reduce in price a lot more rapidly, so I can make a little bit more money on this. Plus, I'm also looking at this. This squeeze started right here. Okay, this squeeze started right there, and then boom, it fired right there. It fired short, and then what did it do? The stock went down. So this squeeze is like 100% reliable. So it fires short. The average is about 6 to 8. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe we hang around a little bit more, and then boom, eventually we don't take off, but it looks like we might have stopped going down, which this now might become a little bit of yellow. Okay, if we're waiting getting the early yellows, just like here. We got the reds, and we're getting the yellows, and the yellow momentum is slowing down. The downside, and then we might go up a little bit, and then I'll make really good money in this trade. And then the other ones that I had, GS, Goldman Sachs, great trade. I mean, look at this, boom. On this down day, the very next day, I sold some puts. I had the 350. And then the 350 got touched, right? Got touched. So I'm going, let me go to 345. I went to 345, which was somewhere around here. And then boom, we're back at the 357. So I closed these guys out at 345 for a nice profit. PEP was another one that I had. Sold it on this day. I got my profits on the previous day. I sold again on this day, and I got them back at the end of Friday. So I made good money on this one as well, on the short puts. VLO. I went back to the well on this one twice. Look at this nice little uptrend. Momentum moving. I saw short puts here. 90% profitable on these. All these were profitable. COP, same thing. I sold short down here. We had a nice little move. These became 55% profitable. I took them out. I can go on and on. But we did pretty good this week, okay? So for next week, the ones that I gave you, those are kind of like still working. Look for opportunities. The market, based on what I'm seeing, we might have a little bit of a just kind of like kiss, 10, 15, 20 points lower. And then, maybe Monday we have a little down day, kiss that 415, 410, 415, 420 level. And then, turn around Tuesday, we have the up day, and then boom, we just take off from there. I don't know. We might kiss it on Monday. We might go up on Monday a little bit, just continuation from Friday. Then, midday towards the end of the day, come back down and kiss it, continue on Tuesday, and then go back up on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We have, I think, the jobs report coming in next week. So that's going to give us a little bit of guidance on the market's going to be volatile. So that's kind of what I'm seeing, guys. I hope this kind of makes sense to you, gives you some insight on how I look at things and kind of like what the numbers kind of like mean and where they come from and so forth. So let's see if it plays out. All right, let's see if it plays out. Good trading. Take profits when you have them. Raise your stops if you have good profits, and don't chase stocks. Okay, don't chase stocks.